Say the biggest concern is the neglect aspect of it. So we have people living in the home, potentially children living in the home, and then you have several deceased snakes in the home, and then some of the reptiles that are there are in very poor condition.
He would buy in bulk baby ball pythons or baby corn snakes. He would buy any snake from Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Hoobly.
On the morning of Sunday, October 22nd, deputies with the Kent County Sheriff's Office showed up to this home in Gaines Township, just south of Grand Rapids. They were called on a domestic dispute, but they would soon discover a massive cache of reptiles inside.
There isn't a specific law in regards to the number of reptiles one can have. However, based on the totality of circumstances, the condition of the home, if there's health and safety issues because of feces or dirt and kids in the home, things like that, that then whereas it potentially crosses the line.
These guys were alive last time I was here. Now they're dead.
The man living there was not immediately arrested. Some of his neighbors were more shocked at what was allegedly going on behind closed doors than others.
A lot of deliveries. Every time you turn around, he was getting live animal deliveries.
It's crazy because part of me is like, okay, I want to look under my trailer. I want to make sure that none of their snakes got around here. I have 2 children. Like, I don't know if they're vicious. And my biggest fear is snakes. I hate them.
I think that's another dead snake.
In all, 27 live exotic animals were seized that day. Boa constrictors, pythons, corn snakes, tree snakes, tarantulas, an apricot Pacman frog, and a Tegu. Another 10 dead snakes were also taken. Days later, the man's ex-girlfriend sits down with Fox 17 to explain how the situation inside that home seemingly got so out of control.
He called it his hobby. He would cry when I told him it was interfering with our lives. And it got to the point where I just look down at the floor whenever I walk in the living room because I just feel all the eyes on me, and I feel responsible because they're looking, they don't know that I don't know how to help them. I stuck it out so long, I was so patient, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And at one point it was so bad there was only enough space just to barely walk through, like a little space to walk through the living room. And then he started in the kitchen after that, and I was like, please do not fill my kitchen. I need to be able to cook and things. But no, it was, the kitchen started going too. Look at that. Do you see that? There was little lizards and things that need to eat every single day. And I was like, Google says these need to eat every day. And I don't see you feeding them. He was like, I promise I'm feeding them every day. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay.
She says there was a time that her ex purchased several rats, planning to use them as snake feed, but their 1-year-old daughter accidentally opened their enclosure.
He blamed our daughter for letting them out in the house, and they've been out for months. They've been breeding. They're in the vents. They're still out in the house now. They've chewed through the wall and through the floor, and they're in the ceiling, and they're urinating everywhere. The snakes get out all the time. It's a regular occurrence. Giant snakes in my bathroom or my kitchen waiting to just lunge at me. And he doesn't do anything with their bodies that I feel like is the proper procedures. He would just throw them in our garbage outside to the road. And it just seems that, like, I've cried so many tears.
Kent County Animal Control is still investigating the case. Once the prosecutor's office gets it, they will make the determination as to whether or not criminal charges are filed.
Bringing animals into the zoo in this way is actually relatively uncommon.
In the meantime, the folks over at Grand Rapids John Ball Zoo took in all of the living animals, medically evaluating them, giving them space to soon, hopefully, recover.
I think a lot of his issue is lack of care and lack of, he just forgets about them because they're not important enough for him to remember to feed them or to take care of them. He doesn't understand his own capabilities because nobody would have that many animals and expect to be able to feed them and take care of them.